Rebekah Perez, 4th grade dual language, Columbia Elementary.
Brittany Atteberry, 4th grade, Columbia.
How are you all using Reading Plus?
I use Reading Plus during my center work. So one station is always using Reading Plus. They get 20 minutes within each station, and then they also do it in their morning work as well, 3 days a week. So their exposure to it is multiple times a day, if not multiple times a week.
My schedule is very similar to that. We usually start our morning with reading, and in that time, they have their choice of which assignments they choose to get done. We usually use it for about 20 minutes in the morning, just getting our day going, and then they have time to revisit during centers as well.
So roughly how many C readers have your students done this year?
Each of my students have done between 75 and 120 C readers this year.
And have they been moving up in levels?
Oh yeah, they're moving up within a couple weeks or a month, depending on the kiddo and how fast or how much they do their Reading Plus. But I feel like once one kid gets a combo or one kid moves up a level, it kind of motivates the rest of them to follow along with them and want to also get that incentive and that prize with it.
Mine are very similar. Most of mine that have been on the program for the entire year have read up to, I want to say 121 was our highest for this year. Those that just started are at the 20-30 level, but they didn't start till about March. And the same thing, they're just so motivated. Those that just started Reading Plus, now after spring break, they have been moving up the fastest in comparison to everybody else because they are just loving it.
The students that have been using it, of course it's all in English, but has it helped their Spanish reading as well?
It has definitely helped their stamina. Definitely helped their stamina. They're more willing to try to read in Spanish. Some of them, that it is their second language, are more reserved about it, especially reading out loud, but it's great because they're transferring that skill over.
What about your Spanish-speaking natives? Are they also increasing their reading in Spanish as well?
They are. One of ours, for instance, one that I just had get started, his proficiency has been 80% on everything but 2 C readers that he's read so far, which has been great. But the motivation that it has instilled in him is being applied across all content areas. So it's helping in everything.
Do you see that too? Does it help their confidence in learning?
I do, especially the ones that have worked so hard to get throughout this year because they came out in about February, March. As soon as I put them on Reading Plus, it was like, oh, I get to be on this program now. And they've kind of taken off with that, and I can see it. Their enjoyment within reading has just skyrocketed because they get to pick what they want to read and they get to study the things that they want to study. So it's just helped them in all areas, in all academic areas.
Do you think it's going to help on the PARC test?
The text complexity within the books that they're reading is definitely going to help them. It, without a doubt. Just the exposure to so many different texts gives them that practice that, oh, here's a new text. Now I have to start making sense of that text and applying my learning to that.
Well, and the recall within the book too, the recall of the skills needed, I think has definitely helped them and will help them in the future on the test and elsewhere.
In 4th grade, we're asking more questions on the PARC, like inference and things that they didn't have to do in 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. Do you all teach that and help them understand these more complex, higher level thinking skills?
Yeah, definitely, they are part of our standards. So all of that information is taught. But fortunately, when we go back and look at reports and we're seeing the different areas, those are some of their stronger areas. And just the percentages of proficiency and competency and, main idea, inferencing, generalizations, we can see it being applied to that. And their proficiency in that is pretty high.
Are you looking at the reports, is that what you're talking about, within Reading Plus, that tell you the different skills that they're having trouble with and have... Okay.
Yeah, and then we review those things periodically throughout the semesters. We sit down and say, okay, this is where you are, this is where you want to be, and these are the areas that you and I are going to work on together in order to improve those and be successful at them.
Do you have a special case, special student that comes to mind that really has had an effect?
I have one. I have one, he's actually just unlocked level F. So he's 7th grade. He started in an A this year. And this is a kiddo I kind of have some behavior issues with sometimes. But seeing him reach each of those milestones, he's like, Miss Bettis, I did it again. I did it again. And it has been amazing just to see him apply himself. And he's doing it. And he's reading. And he's being successful at it, which is even greater. So I finally found something that can drive his motivation to be great in everything. And it's been wonderful.
Mine's similar. I have a student who was very hard. He didn't want to read at all. It was not something he enjoyed doing. And I put him on Reading Plus because on iStation he was mastering those skills. So I wanted to give him a boost. And he took to it better than I thought he would. And that's all he wants to do. So when he has a free moment, he's all, can I get on Reading Plus and do a C Reader? And so that's his fun time for him. And I no longer have an issue with, hey, we need to get back on task. Hey, we need to be silent reading. He just does it automatically. He finds a spot in the classroom, and he sits down, and I don't hear a peep from him. And he's engaged the entire time, and he's moving through levels, and he feels so accomplished when he's like, I have a new certificate. And I get to send him up to the office for those prizes and phone calls.
And they're very, very adamant. They said, I unlocked another level. I unlocked another level. Get it? So,
I need my certificate.
I got a combo. They're understanding what all of those things mean.
And they call their parents, or
They get to call their parents.
They get to
Anytime
call?
they get a certificate, we send them up, and we make a big deal out of it to let them know that they've been successful.
What would you tell teachers at other schools that are not that familiar with Reading Plus? They may be a little bit hesitant to use it. What would you tell a teacher?
I would definitely tell them to give it a chance and definitely put our struggling readers on the program. We have those kiddos that just need that interest, but then we have those kiddos that is truly helping them be better readers. What I like about the program is the kids can do it themselves. It's not something that is going to take more time out of my day, other than when we get stuck on something or we have a question how to use it. But they can do it themselves, and it's teaching them to be more independent as well. So.
I would agree. I mean, just try it. The students are engaged the entire time. It teaches them independence, and it teaches them how to be better readers. It just has so many advantages to it. It's worth the try.
And what do you think about the professional development Valerie offers?
It's been great. Usually we end up having these little issues that come up, or we have questions about something, and sure enough, it's like, this is the next step in Reading Plus, and she's coming and answering those questions for us. So we understand G rates, we understand I rates. Kids come and tell us it's moving too fast, it's moving too slow. I know what to do to help them.
And any technical issues we've had, I've always been able to contact her. Or even if I call from the number online, it's like an answer immediately and helping immediately. I don't know what's happening here. The student's stuck. I'm stuck. And I can get a hold of anyone at any time and have them fix it.
Yeah, and she's very willing, and she knows the program in and out.
Yeah.
So we have a question, she goes, here's your answer, click. You need to go here next. So it's very beneficial.